Have you ever wondered why we suffer? Why pain, heartbreak, and loss exist in our lives? In this video, let's look at how Jesus himself faced suffering and what it teaches us about hope and strength. Jesus' life was not free from pain. In fact, he faced betrayal from his closest friends, rejection from his own people, and deep emotional agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. And finally, the cross, one of the most brutal forms of suffering in history. But here's the key. Jesus didn't run from suffering. He embraced it, carried it, and transformed it into something powerful. So why does suffering happen? According to the Bible, suffering is not meaningless. Suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. In other words, suffering can shape us. It can make us stronger, more compassionate, and closer to God. Jesus shows us that suffering is not the end of the story, but the doorway to something greater. On the cross, Jesus carried the weight of human pain and sin. But 3 days later, he rose again. The resurrection is the ultimate proof that suffering is temporary and hope is eternal. This means no matter what you're facing, loss, sickness, loneliness, Jesus understands it because he lived it. And he promises that your pain can be turned into purpose, and your suffering can lead to healing. So when you feel crushed under the weight of life, remember, you're not alone. Jesus walks with you in your suffering, and he can turn your darkest night into light. If this touched you, hit subscribe. Because every day we share short lessons that can bring hope and clarity in your journey of faith. And remember, your suffering is never wasted when you walk with Jesus.